Hi there, I'm Rosie from the Teeny Tinkers channel.
And I'm Pablo from Hope for Creations.
And I'm Nellie from Padoodlepie Dolls.
And you're watching Unhinged, a doll collector podcast.
So Nelly, what are we going to talk about today?
So today we are talking about fashion dolls.
It's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We've mainly focused on ball jointed dolls in this podcast so far. Like, we've touched on other dolls a little bit. But I'm really excited to get into this. This is kind of like a whole new world for me. Like, cue Aladdin, but you know.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised too because I was like, I know that you're not super into fashion dolls. So it was really cool that you came up with this topic. I was like, that's a good one.
I mean, I think we all started with the fashion doll industry, and we all somehow still collect some things, and we still have interest for what's happening in the fashion doll industry, you know?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. So for me, like, I had fashion dolls as a kid, and then nothing, and then straight to ball jointed dolls. So, like, my experience with the fashion doll industry is my kids have fashion dolls and watching doll customizers and stuff on YouTube. So this is going to be pretty educational for me. So
that's cool. Yeah, mine was kind of similar. Like when I was a kid, I had dolls, and I used to do doll photography with my Nintendo DS. So I have some pictures of like
cool.
Yeah, like JCPenney style white blanket background with like the family photos of them like standing next to each other, like.
I love that.
And then that's how I got into them, and then I stopped collecting when I was like 12 because I was like, dolls are for kids, but I secretly kept all my favorite Barbies.
Literally.
Yeah, my friends would come over and we would just be hanging out doing nothing. And she's like, wouldn't it be so funny if we got out the dolls and just looked at them? Like, yeah, that'd be so weird. And we would end up playing Barbies and Brats at like 14.
Yeah, we did that too. That's so funny. It starts ironically and then you're like, I don't think we're being ironic anymore. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad we're not the only ones.
So I thought it would be fun to start off this podcast if we talked about what our favorite doll lines are, like based on a few different like criteria, because I think there's different reasons to love different like doll lines. At least for me, that's what jumps out at me. So what, like based on like face mold, what do you guys think your favorite doll lines are?
So for me, for example, I've been considering a lot of play doll lines. However, considering and knowing how expensive it is for brands to do like different molds, even in just one line, I think what Monster High is doing and has been doing for years now, it really shows up that they really care about the brand, and each character having a different mold and considering the amount of money they probably put into that, I think it's really cool to see. And I really don't think there's been any other line that has done that.
I was just going to say, it actually didn't occur to me until you said that yeah, like the characters all have a different face mold, and that's pretty specific to Monster High. Like
You see, I gave my homework done.
Oh my gosh. That's very cool.
Yeah, Monster High is like, they're my favorites. They're what I first started collecting as like an adult was Monster High. Because of all the different face molds. Like because I loved repainting, so I wanted every single face mold so that I could like wipe off the faces and try all the face molds. Like for the face molds, I think the version 3 right now is even better than version 1 when it comes to like variety of faces and bodies. The bodies are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen Abby Abominable's body?
Yeah, she's the thicker one, right? Shorter and thicker. Yeah, so cute, so cute.
She's so cute. Oh my gosh, love them.
it's really nice seeing like the curvier bodies come out in Playline dolls too, because like I think the first Playline doll I remember like coming out curvy was like, I think it was called Lamely. It was like an independent thing. And oh my god, she got so much hate for no reason. Also, like
I did not like her because like she was the anti-Barbie, and like they marketed her as like, Barbie's bad for you, this one's good. Barbie likes fashion, she's smart. And I'm like, Barbie can be smart and glamorous. But
that was the thing. I was like, Lamely, low-key a little boring. Like, I'm sorry, girl. Like, Lamely. Sorry.
But her outfit was so cute, though. Like, I mean, not her outfit. Her body was so cute, though. I was like, oh.
Yes, the body was cute. I will give it that. So, my favorite mold, I am not cool like you guys. And I didn't think about the different face molds. I just thought of, like, if I took all the paint off, what doll do I think has, like, the cutest face mold? Because I'm all about the cute. That's, like, my vibe. So I said Disney Animator Collection dolls.
Yeah.
I think they're so pretty. And in particular, the tiny ones. Like, the little, like, 6-inch ones. Oh, my God, they're so cute. And, like,
have you seen the new ones? The new ones that they're releasing?
No, I don't, like, I don't keep up with them. I just know that I like them, and I'm like...
I was going to say that, for example, all the Disney dolls have different molds, too.
I wouldn't have been able to tell.
The ones from Disney Store, at least.
Oh, yeah, they do. For the different princesses and characters. They all have different faces.
And even the Disney animators, like you said.
Yeah, actually thinking about it,
So
that's cool.
You thought about it too, right?
I thought so hard about this, obviously. It was not just a gut instinct on what I thought was cute. No, like, I searched. Okay, well.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I mean, though...
No, I was going to ask, in terms of clothing quality, if you girls have any favorite. Because, like, I think that's a really tricky question, too, because for some people, the clothing quality is related to how many accessories or, like, pockets or everything it comes. And for some others, it means no, like printed clothing or things like that, you know?
And also, like, the aesthetics, like, that certain brands offered, like, it varies a lot.
Is it fashion forward? Is it, like, you know...
I think for myself, my favorite doll clothing is Rainbow High clothing. I feel like, especially like the new fashion packs they're releasing, I just feel like they are so cute, creative, and detailed, and like different. They're very different from pretty much every other doll line that I see make clothing. Like, a lot of times they look like real tiny people clothing. They also low-key fit my teeny tiny little curvy body. Like chef's kiss. Like, I have so much Rainbow High clothes because, like, it just makes them look so good. And, oh my god, they're so cute. Like, I think my my second favorite is Creatable World, although I believe they're discontinued now. But the clothes were also really nice quality. And there was gender-neutral, cute pieces, too, which is so important. Like, that doesn't exist. Like, so many of the boy doll clothes, they're like, let me put you in some stiff, thin jeans. But they're not real jeans. They're just printed, like, denim. And then we're going to put you in this random t-shirt. And I'm like, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
So those were my, like, very favorite clothing lines. And, like, that's where... I still try and get most of my clothes from.
Yeah, I feel very similar. I will say too, so I have one of the teen, I have Echo, and LOL OMG clothes fit her gorgeously. The pants, at least, like, they are a perfect, especially the skinny jeans. They're perfectly tight skinny jeans. They're amazing. I was like,
that's good to know, because the Rainbow High stuff can be a little tight in the butt on the jeans.
It's a little tight, but it's doable.
Yeah, you're just like, don't bend over, girl.
She's fine. Right. She'll be good. But yeah, I also like Rainbow High because, like you were saying, like, this one is Rainbow High. The detailing and the layer, and this top is lined, which is incredible. Yeah, and I do want to say though, like, their newer stuff with their newer dolls is not as good. The quality has.
I agree. I agree.
I was going to
Mhm.
say that even if the newer stuff is not as great, it's still greater than if all the collector Barbies that have Barbie have ever made.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah. And Barbie is just
See,
so sad because like early Barbie, sorry, her clothes was amazing and detailed with like layers and buckles, and I found one at the thrift store that had like fabric socks and like a
Mhm.
zipper. I was like, what is this? Who is
Mm.
Yeah.
she? Like that is not the Barbara I know. Oh my gosh.
Barbara.
the Barbara.
That's not Barbie, that's Barbara. She's a sophisticated lady. Oh my god. That's awesome. What about you, Pablo? Like what
I was
What are
going to
your
say that for me, Rainbow High has been doing the best
Mm.
clothes quality I've ever seen in a doll line. I'm not going to say that I have all doll lines in the world. However,
Yeah.
even with the new ones, even I'm going to say, like, I don't know if you've seen the ones that are super little for kids
There's a
Like
lot of
that
those.
just released, that have like that are like this, that are like Chelsea's.
do you
You
mean
have
like
not
the
seen them.
middle school
The
line
ones
or
that are even little, more little.
oh,
Well,
I
there's
don't know.
there's some new ones that have like
Oh.
the top is like this plastic.
Oh, yeah. I know. I
I have
think I
not
know what you're
seen
talking about.
those.
I'm just
I'll
gonna
They're
pass.
Google it.
like, I would say they're like, I don't know if $7. I think even if the top is like plastic and the bottom part is fabric and it's fabric well done, I think they're doing an amazing job in fashion. So
Is it like a molded on top or just like a plastic
yes,
top? Oh, it's
it's like
molded
a
on.
molded
Oh,
on top and
Rainbow High
silvery.
Littles.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They are cute. It does. The one I'm looking at, her hairline's pushed back a bit further than I would like.
Yeah, the eyes
Got
are
a
horrible
little bit of
too.
this happening.
The eyes are horrible, but I think they made a really cool concept mixing up the plastic top with the fabric bottoms, and they look
Yeah.
really, really cute.
Speaking of the eyes, what about paint jobs? What do you guys? Who's got a good paint job?
I have some great ones. I think pretty much all there's okay, that might be a hot take. There's a few that aren't great, but pretty much all of Monster High version 1, their faces are gorgeous. Like I just love them so much. Like whenever I got one and I would go to wipe the face, I was like, I'm so sorry. But like, they're so pretty. Oh my god, and they're all unique. That's what I really like about it. Whereas like with like things like Barbie, all the faces are very similar, just maybe different lipstick or different eye color. But with Monster High, all the faces were unique. Even like per doll, like not like every single line that came out, not every Frankie had the same face, which was so cool. I loved it.
Somewhere Margot Robbie is crying that we're bashing Barbie.
Not her. Her Barbie was great. She's the Barbara Barbie. That's what she.
Yeah, you're right. She's Barbara. Barbara Robbie.
Oh my gosh, I love
Say that 5 times fast. Barbara Robbie. Oh my god.
So
Perfect.
for me, when it comes to the paint job, I'm conflicted because I think, as I said before, I think Rainbow High has been one of the best lines I've ever seen. However, I hate the insert eyes because they're always wonky. However, the paint job is super cool, is super bold. They're always well painted. They're not pixelated. So if like there's going to be a release of Anamaya, like hair, like these dolls that are just for brushing the hair and stuff, and she has like the eyes painted on, and she's super cute. If they removed from Rainbow High the insert eyes and just gave them normal eyes, like not too big, not too like just painted, I think those those dolls will be super bold, in my opinion.
Mm. So I actually agree. Rainbow High was my favorite paint job as well. As far as like consistency and creativity with the makeup, I do think that they're really nice. I don't like how big the eyes are, and I like big eyes. They're too big for me, but
Yes.
that's actually my deterrent to the doll. Is it's the eyes are too big. But I really like even how when there's like the cheerleader one versus like the regular one versus the like they have different paint jobs on their faces for each character. It's not just like, oh, let's just pop a different outfit on this one. And I do think that that's really like fun and creative, and it shows like more care towards like making like a quality item. So although even if their their quality's dropped off a little bit, so
Yeah, I saw something online that was saying, like, we got spoiled with them because their quality was so amazing that now that their quality is dropped, it's still better than, like, pretty much everything out there, but we're like, ugh, Rainbow High, how could you do that? And I'm definitely, I'm a victim of that, where I was like, oh, how could they? Like, I don't even want Rainbow High anymore, but still looking at them, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. Ugh, I love them.
That was, like, me when I like looked around for like the clothes, because I look around for like the doll clothes, and I picked up like the fashion pack, and in Canadian dollars they're like $14 a pack, which is like not bad honestly, because I picked that up and I'm like, oh, there's a nice pair of shoes, like with not just one solid color, you know what I mean, like one molded piece of plastic with no paint on it, Barbie, and then and there's like an accessory, usually like a whole outfit and like a backpack or a purse of some kind for $14, and the quality is so nice. And then you're like right next to it and you pick up like the Barbie pack and you're like, this is also $15. And so
yeah, especially
so for
like
me it's
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say that there's some sort of hypocrisy when it comes to the fashion dolls, because people are buying like $35 brats that are stiff as fuck and don't come with a lot of stuff, and they're bashing Rainbow High that still have a lot of jointing and comes with a lot of things, even if they're more like into kids now, because at the end of the day dolls are for kids, let's remember that,
wow.
So the thing is,
canceled.
Cancel, no. But yeah, I think there's some sort of hypocrisy when it comes sometimes with the PLAYLINE dolls, and how we praise a basic Barbie doll that is stiff and it's expensive as fuck, and we bash Rainbow High. That's a new concept that it's definitely giving us something different, even if they change their perspective, even for always or for a little bit of time,
Yeah.
It's crazy too, because they're the same brand. Like Bratz and Rainbow High are the same company. So it's it like you're saying there, it is hypocrisy. It's like a double standard where and like I will say too, like nostalgia wise, Bratz are my favorite dolls, because those are the ones that I love. So I would pay, honestly, I'm not going to pay $30. First of all, I'm broke. I can't pay anything. But if I could, I would pay $25 for one of those brats, just to keep her in the box looking gorgeous, versus like Rainbow High, I buy them for like photography and for posing and stuff. So like that's why I like the posability of them, even though Bratz is like everything I hate. Just for nostalgia, I love them. So they're just like gonna sit up there. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, so are they like your favorite all time? Like they're your nostalgia doll? Are they your favorite of all time?
I think so. Just like, so trying to think objectively about it without nostalgia is really hard. But if I do, I don't like the bodies. I don't like the bodies at all. They're like shiny and a really bad plastic. I did like the bend and snap knees, just because like as a kid, just like holding them up to my ear and bending and snapping the knee was like the greatest thing. But And I do love the shoes where like you pop the whole foot off, because like when I was younger, I used to fight with my Barbie dolls over trying to get those shoes on her feet. I could not stand it. And so I liked with the Bratz that they were just like you could pop them on and pop them off. And I was really organized, so they never got lost. So I didn't have the issues of like the Bratz with no feet. So like I loved Bratz, but like now as a collector, I don't buy them just because other than nostalgia, I'm not super into them. But when I think about my favorite doll, Bratz is the first thing that always comes to mind, because that's the like what I played with. That's what I loved. That's the doll that like when I was a kid, I wanted all the Bratz, and you could recognize the shape because they had like the trapezoid box. So like on birthdays and stuff, I would see that shape, and I'm just like, oh, that's a Bratz. So
yeah. Well, that's fun.
Yeah. So what about you guys? What's the like, all-time favorite with nostalgia, you know, favorite doll?
Big question.
So for me, the problem is that I wasn't able to have dolls when I was a kid. So, you know, everything I got was from my sisters and everything. So I didn't really have much to say about what to get. But it's really handy that you asked me this question right now, Nelly. Because I don't know if people remember that on a previous episode I talked about my father throwing a doll through the window and me being really sad. Well, I got
She
her
looked shook.
secondhand. I messed up because the back of the skirt had like fake leather and it was all over the place. But you know, I think she looks pretty great, and I'm really happy that I was able to get one of my favorite dolls when I was a kid, because I was obsessed with this long hair. It's Saran, by the way. It's second of all, I think it's so funny. When I was a kid, I was not into like looking how different the hair is and everything, and now I can say, oh, this was Saran, or oh, this was nylon and everything, you know.
I have no idea. I still, to this day, do not. I'm like, okay.
You don't?
I'm not even
I don't know
good
anything
at
about
it.
synthetic hair. No.
Whenever I'm in Canada, I will teach you and I will show you what's the difference.
Synthetic hair 101 with Pablo.
I mean,
love it.
There you have content.
But yeah, those what's her face dolls. Oh my gosh, I love those dolls. Like we use them at like little kids and like group therapy for like working through emotions and talking about feelings, because you draw the feelings onto the dolls. And so like you would draw faces onto her, like, how is she feeling? Why does she? It was great for like
that is great.
Yeah, it is a great tool. Other than being a super cute doll with like really great clothes, like good quality clothes, like it was just it's a great tool also for kids. I loved it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What about you, Rosie?
I don't think so. The favorite overall doll, I didn't base off nostalgia. I was like, if I was gonna say nostalgia, it would be those like, I don't even remember what they weren't Barbies, but they were like the Sailor Moon. I don't even know what they were. The Sailor Moon dolls. That's my nostalgia doll. But I said, as far as like overall hair, clothes, cuteness, size, and all that, I had said Lori. So I don't know if you guys know Lori, but she's like, looks like she's like, what, 12 to 15? She's like a kid doll, tween doll. But she has such cute little clothes, and she's like this big, and like, she's like, and her clothes will be like a fox jacket with a little like hood. I'm trying to see if I stole it for anybody. Any of her clothes. So I've stolen her clothes many times. But she's just like a cute little friend. I don't know. I just really liked her at all. Her accessories are pretty nice quality. Not as nice as Rainbow High, but like I wouldn't have a wall full of Rainbow Highs, because their like eyes staring at me would freak me out. Or staring over me or through me or whatever. But I would have like a wall of like all the different Loris. I think they'd be super cute. I just think like playability, value for money, I think she's up there. Anyways,
I've seen
she's
her before.
understated.
she's cute. She looks like a little mini, if I'm thinking of the right doll, doesn't she look like a little mini, like, American Girl doll, or, like, one of those 18-inch dolls?
Kind of, but she has a cuter face.
She's cute. I like it.
Yeah. My honorable mention would be Monster High for the posability and the general aesthetics. I never really got into collecting them or repainting them. It's always been kind of on my, like, I will try this for real one day. And I just, like, never have gotten to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I think, like, since I kind of thought of my overall favorites as, like, general quality paint job, innovation, creativity. So I had to put them as my honorable mention on that one.
Especially the creativity part, like, their names, because I love puns. That's, like, my favorite type of comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, their names. Top tier.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good. But we've had a nice little moment. Well, we kind of bashed Barbie a little bit, but, like, we got to talk about all our favorite things, and I think it might be fun to see what everybody has as all of their least favorites.
Let's be mean now.
This is the mean portion of the podcast.
Oh my gosh, I do have a lot of not favorites, so that's like...
Who has the most not favorites? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So let's maybe like the same kind of categories maybe then.
Okay.
Least favorite face mold.
LOL OMG.
Okay.
100% right away. LOL OMG.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Fair enough.
I can't handle them. What about you guys?
Yeah.
I said... Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You go.
So I'd say like before Rainbow High with the insert eyes, but I also think, like you said, LOL, I think the ones that they made like fears and stuff, they're even more ugly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Also, the boy Rainbow Highs are low-key really ugly too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Why are they like that?
Exactly. They did such a great job with the Bratz boys.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to have
Bratz
so
boys
many
when I
of
was a
them.
kid.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rainbow High boy dolls are ugly as fuck.
It's
not even like...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, it's like they wanted to make them look more manly by making the eyes smaller, but they didn't change any of the proportions in the face. So it's just like slightly smaller eyes that are really far apart, and it makes way too much room on like the sides of the face. They didn't change anything but the eye size, and it doesn't look right.
Yeah. I agree. That was what I was going to say is it's like they were trying so hard to make a fashion doll unfabulous, and it's just like, no, like lean into how fabulous it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't, I don't know. My least favorite though for molds, because I got to, like I said, I don't have a ton of previous knowledge of like Playline and fashion dolls, so I did a deep dive into all the different kinds of dolls to figure out. So my least favorites when I was looking were tween trends. So this might be really niche. But they're like Barbie, but worse somehow. So it's like if you took a Barbie doll and ripped off its head and put Chelsea's head on top and then made the neck really chunky. So like for me, they have these big heads, these like short, chubby necks, and like a grown-up body, and like the way the makeup's done, it just reads as toddlers and tiaras to me. Like, I know they're supposed to be tweens, but I'm like, this is giving toddlers and tiaras, and it just like, I just don't like it. I get maybe why kids would, but it's
like war flashbacks.
Yeah, it's like zero. It's like a bad hybrid. You know what I mean? Like, they had some extra parts at the factory, and they're like, let us stick some things together.
I think when the proportions are not right, the dolls are not right. Just in general, you know?
Yeah. I don't like that. Yuck.
Back to the boy thing really quick, though, because I just remembered. So I was just bashing LOL OMG. But they're boys, are cute. I don't like the face
Yeah.
mold still.
Yeah.
But they're boys, like,
Yeah.
they leaned into the fabulous. They look so good. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
a boy with good clothes. I like it. It's nice.
I kind of feel that way about the surprise too, like the LOL surprise one, like the little ones. Is that what they're called? Their boys are cute too. Like they're the same level of cuteness as the girls. I don't like the dolls per se, but like
but they're equal.
They're equal. Yeah, it's like true equality. They didn't try and like ugly them up. Why? What? Back again to the boy thing though. Why ugly them up? Because if you're trying to be like, okay, we're gonna make it manly so that boys want to play with it, but it's like, okay, but the boys who are worried about being manly are not probably playing with dolls, like, unfortunately, sadly, but just like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, who was this for? Was this to make you all feel better?
I think
was there like
boy dolls.
Wow.
Sorry.
Just kidding. I'm sorry being such a jerk.
I only hear half as good because only one of these words.
He's talking about his AirPods, not his ears. I'm not trying to roast somebody who's half deaf over here. Like, just let me clarify that right now. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I was just gonna say, it makes me think like that in the Barbie movie when it's just a room full of like men executives. It's like all those guys were sitting around the table and they were like, we need boy dolls. And they were like, I don't like that I'm attracted to this. I don't know what the rationale was. We're like, I don't know. But anyway, sorry, Pablo, you.
No, I was just going to say that the only boy dolls that I've seen that I seen them and I was like, okay, this was made for the male gaze, maybe, was
the male gaze or the male gaze?
The male gaze was maybe the Mycenes boys, the Bratz boys, and I think, okay, so there's a line that's similar to Barbie that's called like Latinistas.
Oh yeah, they look so good.
There's other one that is like for black dolls and with like really cool hair. They've made boys, and the boys look amazing, like amazing. I think they had like some sort of collector boy back in the day that was so like, it was so hot.
Are you talking naturalistas?
So sexy. Yes, naturalistas.
Yeah. Their hair.
Okay, yeah, I know what those are.
They're killing the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yeah, super, super off topic, but Rosie, your thing about Barbie made me think of, this is really, really off topic. Sorry, guys. There's a Julie Andrews, love her. She's a wonderful woman. She says her favorite movie. There's a movie, I forget the name of it, that was made in like the 50s, where she plays a man who looks like a girl. And there's this one line where like the dudes are constantly like, you're not a man, like prove it, show us you're a man. She's like, oh, do you feel bad because you're attracted to me? Even though I'm a man? And like, that's like that's what you reminded me of. So I was like trying so hard not to laugh. I was like, oh my gosh. That's like,
gotta be it.
Yeah, like that's why. They're all upset that they're attracted to these male dolls.
Yeah, it's like your only options are you're attracted to it. I feel, this is my opinion. You're attracted to it, or you don't like that the standard is being raised for like how you can put yourself together, because those are your options. So.
And a lot of people are mad about like Ken in that movie, but I'm like, that is a man written for the female gaze. Like Ken is, he's top tier. He's so funny. And he's so cute with his little outfits. I love his outfits. Ugh, amazing.
He's written the way little girls play with Barbie. Yes. Like that was like the whole vibe, because like that's why he's not super important. That's why when he like he like tries to surf, he wipes the hell out. Like that's what that's all about. It's like, because that's how I used to beat the crap out of Ken. Like I'd be like, oh, and then he fell off the roof and died. It's like, sorry Ken, like
sorry Ken, you're not important.
If anyone's feeling bad for my Ken dolls right now, you don't want to watch me play Sims. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's
oh my gosh, now I really want to watch you play Sims.
It's a lot, so. Woo!
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh man. Anyways, back on topic. What about, I think this is going to be maybe Neutral, like mutual for everybody.
Mm.
Worst clothes.
Barbie.
Like Barbie. Why'd you do this to me?
And it's like it's been like that for years now, and they
Yeah.
still have like the competition. It's increasing their skills and what they do.
Yeah.
Like what I said with Rainbow High, and they still like deliver clothing that is just printed and things like that. So
Yep.
I can also say that Hasbro, it's really bad at that. I don't know if you remember the last Descendants dolls made by Hasbro, that all the clothing was printed. That's like a killing game for a brand. In my
It's
opinion.
garbage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the last, I feel like, especially, I've noticed, like, the last 5-10 years, I would say, Barbie's clothes are just, like, going downhill so hard. Like, if you have, even from 5 years ago, you would get a fashion pack, and you're like, okay, well, at least there's maybe some, like, different layering pieces or whatever, but even so, like, if it's, like, a t-shirt that's, like, layered over a dress, it's always just a print.
Yeah.
That's just sewn up the sides. It's just, like, it's just bad. And I feel like also nothing fits as nice as it used to. I feel like Barbie started shopping off the rack, you know what I mean? Like, things are not fitted for her anymore. And she's Barbie, like, everything. She's Barbara. Everything is supposed to fit. It's like, Barbara stopped having a custom tailor and Barbara started, like, shopping at the discount section. And that's fine, but, like, that's what's happened. I feel like, my opinion is that Barbie is riding on them being, like, the brand name, the same way. It's like Band-Aid, how it's like, there's many adhesive bandages, but they're all Band-Aids. I feel like Barbie is like, well, we're Barbie, so we don't have to do anything cool or new or, like, quality anymore.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, literally the exact same thing. I was gonna say that, like, because it's Mattel, and we know that they can do amazing because they do Monster High. Like, this amazing, gorgeous brand with, like, all of this size variety, with clothes that fit so good, with details and textures. But because Barbie is Barbie, like, she is her. Like, there is no other Barbie. Like, most dolls wouldn't exist without her. So she, like, I'm saying she like she's a person. So, so the Barbie brand doesn't really have to try that hard. It's like, I'm already on top and nobody can take me down. So why am I trying, even, especially with the Barbie movie that came out, because it brought so much hype around her and so many people that, like, are now into Barbie again, which, like, even for me, for a while I hated her, and then for a minute I was into her again, and I still love her for, like, historical reasons, and I love, like, what she means for the fashion brand. But man, like, Barbies now, they're not good.
No. Sad.
So sad. She was amazing.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like the clothing quality, like, I've gotten a few of those bags of, like, random 6-scale clothing, Barbie clothes off Amazon, and the quality's the same. It's the same. I'm almost certain that they're not manufacturing anything, like, choosing anything themselves, that they're just going to, like, like, wholesalers and just being like, send me random clothes and we'll that's what it feels like, at least. Like,
it's giving AliExpress.
Yeah.
It's giving AliExpress, but there's even nicer stuff on AliExpress. You just gotta add Blythe to the thing, and suddenly the clothes are way better than anything Barbie's making. That's a hack for everybody.
Oh my gosh.
So I think for the next topic, we all are going to agree with the same thing. I think, I don't know, when it comes to original paint job, face-ups and stuff. For me personally, I think the worst makeups and face-ups that we're seeing comes from Barbie 2. Because, first of all, their dolls don't have anything special when it comes to makeup. And second of all faces, seems like now all faces are completely pixelated. I was considering getting one of the new, like, mermaids with the audio, I think it's audio mold. It's like the new mold that everyone wants.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Seeing the reviews and everything, all of them are pixelated. I don't want a pixelated doll.
Yeah. Yep. I get it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what I said too. Was because you pay for this doll and it cost so much money, and then the face, it's obviously they're all printed. It's screen printed, but for her, it literally looks like they just like put her through a printer. Whereas just like Rainbow High, even though they're printed, it looks painted. You know, like Barbie's is it's so pixelated at this point. It's not even the like $100 dolls, like the Barbie style dolls, where like where like the clothes is actually good quality, the faces are still pixelated.
Yep. My least favorite paint job is controversial. And it's because it's not the quality of it. I don't get it. It's American Girl. I just really I feel like to me American Girl dolls, I get why little kids like them, but I feel like they kind of look like potato dolls. Like there's no features. They're just it's like you put a sock over a doll with features and then drew where you think the features go through the sock. I'm so sorry, but it's like I've seen people and there's so much potential to like I don't like the molds myself. Like I'm not, but like I've seen people repaint their American Girl dolls and I'm like, oh god, that could be so much cuter. Like I don't know why they all have to be like I don't know what that face expression is. And all their eyebrows are just like...
They all look so nervous all the time.
They're all scared. They're all like they just stepped in something or they're trying not to fart in class. So
I mean, it fits their stories. Their stories are all so tragic. So I guess it makes sense that they're always like...
Well, maybe we should just put that tragedy to rest. I don't know. No, not really. A lot of people love them. I just like, for me, I just can't. Like, I don't like the molds. I don't like the way they're painted. I do love that they have like a backstory and they're like historical. Love that. And also their accessories, beautiful. But like, they're potatoes. Like, I'm sorry, they're fancy potatoes. If you like them, that's fine.
There's a lot of dolls that have a similar vibe as American Girl that are not as ugly. I don't know if you remember, I think this was a Toys R Us exclusive. Some dolls that were called like Journey dolls or something like that.
We have those in Canada. They're Journey Girls.
Yes.
That's like Canada's... We don't have American Girl doll stores and stuff here. Like, we've got Journey Girls, and they are way more attractive than the American Girl dolls. Not, like, attractive. They're, like, toddlers. But, like... you know what I mean. Oh, my God. The popo's outside. Okay, no. Anyways.
Yeah, we had Alexander dolls, and those are... Because when I was a kid, I loved those types of dolls. But American Girl doll, it was like even when I was a kid, it was like $100 a doll. It's like, jeez.
Yeah. For what? For who?
Yeah.
For the same reason Barbie is doing what they're doing.
Exactly. And so, like, I saved up to get, like, an off-brand one. And she's like, I still have her because it was, like, she is gorgeous. She was, like, my, like, favorite doll ever. And she's an Alexander doll. And their faces, oh, my gosh, they're so cute. Like, she has this beautiful, like, pouty lip. And, like, this, she's so gorgeous.
I feel like they're not as big as the American Girl dolls. We also have Glitter Girls.
Oh yeah,
and
same.
They are so much better and they're way cheaper. They're just 14 inches. They're like Welly Wishers. I think Welly Wishers is like American Girls 14 inch. Is that theirs? I don't know. They look the same. And they're so much better. So like, there's so much potential. Fix it.
That's true. It does feel like wasted potential, which makes it even worse. Like,
you know what though? Did you say what your least favorite overall doll was, Nellie?
Oh, I don't think I did.
Okay.
That's hard. I don't like a lot of dolls. I think if we do like all dolls in general, my least favorite overall doll, and this may be really controversial because I know a lot of people love them, is Cabbage Patch Kids.
I love them from nostalgia point, but I understand. It's the potato. It's the potato face.
Potato face. And like when I was a kid, because I loved dolls, and so somebody was like, oh, like here's a Cabbage Patch Kid, and they would get me these Cabbage Patch Kid dolls. And, like, I would just stare at them like, this thing is gonna murder me tonight when I'm sleeping. Like, I just know it. Look at its face. I could not handle
it. It has murder face.
It does. And I still can't. And then, like, even, like, my mom, who has so much nostalgia for them, she's like, oh, Cabbage Patch Kids. I can't. It doesn't even matter that I had them as a kid. There's nothing that exists in my mind that's good for me from them. I can't handle it.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness.
What about you, Pablo? Least favorite overall?
So I have Barbie. And I said basic. I think the problem with Barbie is that they need to stop releasing so many white blonde dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And putting that money into actually painting or brushing the faces and stuff. But even worse than that for me, it's the Barbie extras that has like the Ever After High heads.
Yep.
Oh, horrible. And if I had to say a brand or a doll line that isn't in production anymore, I would say Ever After High. And you can confirm me.
No, that's okay. I get it.
What? You don't like Ever After High?
No.
Yeah, you gotta explain that one, Pablo. You gotta explain.
The clothing was so cheesy. I hated it.
Yeah. It feels like a Walmart brand Monster High.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid when they came out, so I was like, oh my gosh, Monster High, but fairy tales? So cool. But I would just swap their heads for Monster High heads because I preferred their bodies, but not their heads. So just swap them for Monster High, and so much better.
So my least favorite is not a fashion doll. It's just like it's the wasted potential. I was so disappointed by what could have been that it just like made me mad at the whole line, and that was Secret Crush. Do you remember Secret Crush? They were those like chubby, short limbs, molded hair and stuff, but they were like in a heart that you had to break with a hammer. They're so cute. They're just like really, they're just so cute. I used to have like a few of them. They had the minis of them too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just like a Canada thing, but they were like, we'll insert photos for everybody who doesn't know, but they were just really cute. But like, I opened one because I got a big one, and it was just like fell over. Like they cannot. I mean, it seems obvious when you think about it, but their feet are kind of like pointed. Mm-hmm. They can't stand unassisted. They pose the way like a crappy baby doll poses, where the arms they don't go up like this. They're like this, and like no joint here. So just like, hey, like that. That's it. And it's just like, God, somebody make a doll that cute with like this concept, but not garbage. Like it's like a statue that doesn't stand. So like, I was so mad about it because it's like, somebody makes a cute doll and it looks like this, it acts like this.
It sounds similar to there was a like a very short-lived line of Bratz dolls called Mystery Date dolls. Maybe they were like blind date dolls, something date. But you got the girl Barbie or the girl Bratz, and she was on display, and then the boy was behind like a little like a little thing that had like a question mark, like who are you gonna get?
I just pictured like that game show Mystery Date where it's like just middle-aged dudes. And, like, do you think it's like an 80s TV show or something? And it's like,
yeah, I've seen clips of it. But yeah,
I thought about the Snatch Game of Love.
Yes. They were like real ugly though, or were the boys at least cute?
Oh no, they were all so cute because it was Bratz boys, like so, but none of them were character. Maybe they were. I'm just remembering incorrectly, but I remember like it being a boy that I didn't have or had never seen before. And I could
That's cool though.
Yeah, this could all be like, I'm like, what's it called? It's not Pavlov. It's like the other one, but like I could be convincing myself that this existed, but I have a very distinct memory of opening it up. So I feel like it exists.
What is that word? Something.
Maslow?
Now my brain is saying Oedipus complex, and that is absolutely not correct. What is that?
Yeah, it's not like Maslow's effect.
Mandela effect?
Mandela, yes. There we go, yeah. Maybe I Mandela affected myself, but I'm pretty sure it's real.
We didn't Oedipus complex ourselves, so that's what's important. Oh my god. Why? Why am I this way? So I guess that's like all of our favorites and least favorites. So like, I don't know, like we could always like talk about like, I know that you guys have said you got into like customizing Playline dolls. Like that's not the thing I really did. But like, as far as doing that, like, why did you get into that? Or how did you get into that? Or what were the dolls you liked to customize, maybe?
So for me, for example, when I got back to the doll community or like collecting, the only thing I could afford was secondhand dolls. So I used to go to different like flea markets and stuff and buy just like naked dolls with destroyed hair. And so then I started to like buy synthetic hair and rooting them and buying like spare clothing and stuff and just like creating a new character. However, and even I got into repainting some Monster High. I have like some Monster High that were like painted like Melanie Martinez and stuff, and I really like those. It was not top tier at all, but you know. But when it comes to like buying a doll and customizing it, I just cannot.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool though that you did it to like revamp your dolls, like make them new again. Like that's cool. No, mine was so my niece lived with me, and I used to make stuff. Like I've sewn since I was like 6 years old. My grandma taught me. And my niece lived with me for a while, and she like loved dressing up and like frilly dresses, but they're expensive. So we'd go to the thrift store and buy like a big giant dress, and I would just make clothes for her out of it. And she was really into Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Yeah. But it's a bit old for her. Like it came out when I was a kid, and so there's no Shark Boy Lava Girl toys or merch or anything. And she was like, "I want a Lava Girl doll." I was like, "That's nice. I'm sorry. Like I can't get you one." She was like, "I know somebody who can make anything." I was like, "Oh, please tell me who it is because then I can ask them." And she was like, "Oh, you can make it." I was like, "I don't think I can." She's like, "Yeah, you can."
Oh
make
my
it.
god.
Yeah, and then she said that, and I was like, well, I guess now I will. Like, now I'll figure it out.
I will make you the world.
Yes. So it was really bad, and I used Sharpies. I know. I used Sharpies.
Sharpie Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh my gosh. But I used Sharpies to color her hair pink. And then and then
I pictured you drawing the hair onto like a ball doll.
Yeah, but then I just glued her outfit on because it's like the lava bits, you know, and she turned out horribly, but my niece loved her. And then like because I looked up like how to paint a doll, Delightful's videos popped up on my feed.
Yeah.
And then I just got into like I loved watching her videos, and then she posted that one mermaid video, like her very first mermaid. And I was like, oh, this is sick. I'm going to try it. And then I made a mermaid doll, and then I've just been like painting since then because I loved it. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was my niece's fault. Wouldn't have gotten into dolls at all if it weren't because I didn't even know BJDs existed for a really long time. Yep. And so I wouldn't have gotten into dolls at all if she hadn't asked me to make her a Lava Girl doll. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she's so sweet. She's my baby. She's about to be 12. Yeah, she's getting older now. Like my little precious girl.
Yeah, mine just turned 11.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I know, that makes me feel like 1,000 years old. Like, subject change. Anyways. Like I didn't really customize dolls, so like I have nothing to add here. But like, it's very cool that you guys did. I just jumped right into BJDs, like ferally. I don't know.
You're
like,
brave.
It was a choice. It was, I don't know, or dumb. Like, I don't know.
I personally don't even remember how I got into BJDs. So
I found them on Pinterest.
Mine was actually your dolls, Rosie. They got me into BJDs. Yeah. So I was watching uh Moonlight Jewel's videos, and when she customized your like V1 hollow and soda pop. Yeah. Oh no, it was just the hollows, and I was like, oh my gosh, like BJDs aren't creepy looking thing, like, because I'd only ever seen them as like super like hyper realistic, like like, and to me that is just like, that's not what I like about dolls. I like the more cartoony faces, and I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And then I saw yours, Pablo, and I was like, these are Disney princesses. These are so cute. Oh my gosh. So then I was like, okay, I can do it. And then I was like, these. I think I messaged you to ask for help with something. And I was like, whoa, like these are like real people, like real regular people doing this. And I'm a regular person. So this, like, I could do it too. So that's how I got to it.
That's something I really actually love about this community too, is where it's like, a lot of times you can, well, not a lot of times, maybe like some of the times where you can like see the artist as people. Like, that doesn't happen outside of like the art community. Like when you make dolls and stuff, it's just like, you're not like reaching out to somebody who like designed Monster High, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
ooh, there's a lot of controversy around that guy.
Oh, I have no idea. Don't come for me. I don't know.
He allegedly he stole or took
allegedly.
Credit. Yeah, allegedly. He took credit for some designs that were created by a female artist, actually.
Oh, yeah.
At the company.
Yeah.
So people used to praise
He's
him.
just Ken.
Yeah. Yeah, people used to praise him, but not so much anymore.
You know what? At least though, so like we're at a point where it's like they stole it from this woman. It's not like, oh, well, that makes the idea worse. Like, you know, like I don't know, like what the. Suddenly, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah,
like I don't know what the.
And I'm glad people are
but
now able to talk about that, because I'm sure there was some time where people were not like confident enough to talk about people stealing their jobs, their art, and everything, especially with AI now.
Yes. Yeah. That guy doing that, though, that gives me the same energy as, like, I don't know if you guys knew anybody like this in high school or something, but, like, where you would say a joke and nobody would hear it, and then some dude beside you would say the same joke louder, and it would be, like, loud, and I'm like, I will punch you, because I'm funny. Like, I'm sorry, your best jokes are my jokes. Like, sorry about that, but, like...
Oh, my gosh. I cannot stand that. Like... It doesn't even happen with just jokes too. Like I had, just in case people watch, I don't want to say names, but people were visiting us, and we were all like hanging out in like the spa at our friend's apartment, and this little kid came up, and the little kid, one of the people in our group was trying to talk to him, and he wasn't listening to him, and I was like, hey, like if you want him to talk to you, if you want him to respond, you should say something first. So instead of being like, what's your favorite color, you can say, my favorite color is green. What's your favorite color? And he was like ignoring me, like I didn't exist. I truly think he tuned me out, like he did not hear me. And then our other friend, who's also a man, was sitting next to me, was like, okay, hold on, I got it, and said the exact same thing to the other dude, and he was like, oh, okay, let me try it, and he did it, and it worked. And I was like, oh my god, like this is like, oh my god,
that happens all the time.
I was so angry. And these are the same dudes where like we were trying to move furniture, and I was moving a table, and I'm pretty strong. And I was moving a table, and he was trying to help me. I was like, I got it. You can grab a different table. And he was like, no, I can help you. I was like, no, I got it. You can grab a different one. We were trying to get them all out because it was like prepping for a big event. But I was like, okay, go grab your own table so that we can get them out quicker. And he was like, oh, okay. You have to just prove that you're a liberated woman. I was like, no, I'm just trying to get this done as quickly as possible. So go grab your own table, please. Can you not lift it yourself? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Like, are you not strong enough? Go get it. Ugh.
Man.
I worked in tech.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
It was how many times I was like, I have this idea for efficiency, because I used to like sell my lifeblood to my tech companies that I worked for. I was just like, I will be boss babe millennial. Like that was like I was that tech girl. Like I was just like, it's gonna be me. And then, but I was also loud and opinionated in a woman, so that didn't apply so well. But yeah, it was like every time you'd be like, I have this idea, they'd be like, that wouldn't work. And then like 3 months later, some man is like, some man that was in the meeting was like, I have an idea. And they're like, wow, innovation. And I'm like, I'm going to kill everybody at this company. I will set you all on fire. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Reasons I don't work in tech. Anyways.
Okay, I don't think I put it in the like the document, but I had a question for you guys about fashion dolls.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite fashion doll? I think we talked about it briefly. A favorite fashion doll like franchise movie, like a Barbie movie or a Bratz movie or a Rainbow High movie or show. I guess they don't have movies. Do you guys have a favorite?
I do.
What's your
Chucky?
I mean...
Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Buffalo. Being an idiot.
I was going to say, when I was a kid and there were still like the cassette things, the VHS,
Oh yeah,
whatever it was called, I used to be obsessed with the Rapunzel Barbie movie.
Oh, so good.
And today I saw a TikTok of a baby watching one of the old Barbie movies and crying the moment the music started. I was like, I know that feeling. I know how it feels like.
Oh my gosh. I love
That's
it.
so cute.
I saw this like TikTok. I don't know if you guys know of her, but like there's this girl Alora on TikTok and Instagram, and she makes like really funny videos about like stories and stuff like that. She was talking about how every Barbie movie is like Barbie overthrowing a dictator with the power of dance. And, like that's true. That's like every Barbie movie, but they're all amazing.
Did you know that the Barbie movies were actually... I saw this on a TikTok. All the Barbie movies are actually Barbie telling the book histories to her sister or something like that.
Oh, okay. I know of one that was like that. I didn't know they were all like that. That makes way more sense. Mm-hmm. That makes way more sense. And I also found out the reason why the animation is so uncanny, it's mocap. So like a person in a suit with like little stuff all over them moves around, and then they take that person and they just like CGI it into an animated character, which is why like her ballet dancing is great because they have like a professional ballerina, but it's all uncanny and moves weird because it's a person in a mocap suit. Like, have you seen Polar Express?
Yes.
Oh,
Polar Express is mocap, so it's like it's people in a suit that they just put animation over them, but it's they're like videotaped, like their movements. Like that's why she looks so like stiff and weird, because she literally will move like, and I'm like, oh, okay.
But that's honestly impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
wonder
cool.
though if that's like, that makes me think of, I don't know if that's what this animation style was, but if anybody here has seen the Twilight movies.
Yes.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Renesmee. Like, she's always makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't want to look at her. Something's wrong with her. Like, I can't tell if she's real or not. Like, I don't like her. And maybe that's what's happening with her. But, like, I was like, just hire a child. I don't know.
You know what's so funny? When I first saw that movie at the cinema, I thought she looked so real. And the more the technology have evolved and we've seen, like, real... You see it and we're like, what the fuck? How did I believe this was real? Like, that monster.
That monster. Oh my god.
If you described a person or like described a child to an alien who'd never seen children before, like that's what they would come up with. You'd be like, something is wrong.
Yes. Oh my god.
You're not one of us.
Yeah, like what you say, why didn't they just hire kids? Like they don't have to look the exact same all the like yeah, nope.
No. I don't have, so I probably did as like a little kid, but I can't remember like specific Barbie movies or specific like anything. I never watched like any of the web series for like any of these dolls. Literally I've got like the only doll related movies like of my childhood or favorite is like Toy Story. and then we jump right into like Chucky and like horror movies. Like we went from like little baby movies to like Lizzie McGuire, and then we went right to horror. Like the transition between Lizzie and horror was so sharp and steep. I don't have like a fun Barbie era that I can like reference. So.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge shift.
It was.
Oh my gosh, it's like
that was the year I started wearing all black and listening to Good Charlotte. So like it was very quick and sudden.
Gosh. It's like my first ever concert I went to was High School Musical, and my second concert I ever went to was Kiss. So
I mean,
a bit of a difference.
Just a little.
But yeah, my favorite
so
doll movie is I loved all the Barbie movies growing up. I think like just for like the weird absurdity of it is Barbie and Princess Pegasus, or Barbie and the Magic of the Pegasus is what it's called. Have you guys seen that movie?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, quick little rundown of it because it's insane. So Barbie is a princess. Oh, she's always a princess. Barbie's a princess, and she lives in like this like place that's like in the mountains, and it's like a wintry like wonderland place. And her parents won't ever let her go outside or leave the house, and she's like, "Why can't you just let me be free?" And they're like, "You'll understand when you're older. You'll never know." And then this like random like powerful magic dude comes to her and is like trying to kidnap her or something like that. I don't remember exactly how the adventure starts, but then she gets like lost in the woods and she finds like a Pegasus. It's like a talking flying horse. And then finds out, spoiler alert, finds out that this horse is her sister. And the reason the reason her parents
Okay. The energy this is giving is that like Vine where it's like her sister was a witch, bro. Like, that's how I'm feeling inside right now. Okay, please continue.
Yeah, so this horse who's been like snarky and rude to her this whole time is like, you need to go back home. Listen to your parents. Is her sister. And the reason her parents won't let her leave is that this magical dude turned her older sister into a horse. And this is supposed to be, like, so long ago that she doesn't remember, but they look the exact same. It is Barbie with red hair. That's the only difference. So I'm like, how is she, like, but there's supposed to be an age gap there. Doesn't look like one. But she gets, like, this magic crown that turns her sister back into a human. And then they go on this, like, magical quest to, like, a castle in the, like, clouds or whatever to try to break the spell to turn her horse sister back into a person. And then, like, I think, like, through the power of love or something, I don't remember, they break the spell. They break the spell, and the sisters go home. And now Barbie beat this, like, magical dictator dude with, I don't remember the ending. I just remember the one scene in the ice cave where her sister is a horse and turns into a person. And they're like, we're sisters.
I'm gonna need to watch all of these. Maybe one day we should all get together and copyright strike will come for me.
Oh my gosh, they're all so absurd. Or like the 12 Dancing Princesses, love that one. But the plot of that one is there's 12 sisters, 12 of them, and their mom's dead, of course. So
oh my god.
Yeah, so their dad brings their evil cousin to, like, make them into proper ladies, and she's poisoning him, and it's not subtle. It's very clear that she's poisoning him. But every night they dance into, like, this magical world where they dance all night, and they dance holes in their shoes. So then Ken, who's the shoemaker, who's, like, obviously in love with the main Barbie.
It's like a Grimm's fairy tale.
It is, yes. It's the Grimm's 12 Dancing Princesses. But, like, they beat this, like, evil aunt with, like, the power of dance. Something like that.
Power of dance.
So did they just like replace like everything in like every Grimm's fairy tale with power of dance? Like they just
basically.
Like they were like, I know how to I like this fairy tale, but you know what would make it better? A dance montage. And they weren't wrong.
Oh my gosh. Because back then Barbie was all about ballet. So like all of these movies had so much ballet in them. And like 12 Dancing Princesses is a ballet, and so they did the full thing. Like they had a full ensemble doing all of that. And then when they here's the creepiest part. when they went to the magical dancing world under their house, they were like, oh, I wish I had someone to dance to. Men started coming out of the walls. Just like handsome men for them to dance with.
My nightmare. And there were men in the walls. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I need to watch all of these. This is so funny. I missed out. I'm gonna call my mom after this and yell at her for not making this my whole personality as a child, because this is so funny.
It's so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
And then I'm sure you guys have seen like the Princess and the Pauper one, like all over the internet. But like she like meets a poor girl who looks exactly like her, and so they sing about how their lives are equally awful, even though like she's a princess.
It's giving all lives matter.
Yes.
Whoa.
But it's a great one. All of these movies are so good. Like you can't help but enjoy them.
Yeah, no, like that sounds like exactly something I need to watch, like, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, number one, I feel like Nellie will need to come back for a future episode. We're not done this one, I'm just talking. But Nellie, you need to come back for a future episode, and we need to dive into Barbie's lore. We need, a full Barbie lore episode. Because I'm already like, there's so much to this, I need to know it all. Like, I'm loving it. Okay, so I was gonna ask MGA or Mattel, but I feel like I feel like we know. I feel like I've solved this riddle.
I don't know. It's such a hard one, honestly, because like, man, because Barbie's trash now, but she used to be so great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Rainbow High is Mattel, or Rainbow High is MGA. But
yeah.
Monster High is Mattel. So, so it's a hard one. I think I gotta say Mattel overall.
Wow.
Yeah, just because of like, I flip back and forth. Like, ask me tomorrow, I might say MGA. Like, I might, like, it depends on the day, honestly, or what I'm like looking at. But just talking about the Barbie,
the men are coming out of the walls.
Like talking about the Barbie movies, like Mattel made those. Like, you know, you gotta love them.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, I was firmly in Team MGA, but I'm gonna have to watch some of these movies and get back to you, because like this sounds amazing. Like,
oh my gosh, the Bratz movies are also great, but they're not as absurd. Like, I mean, okay,
I like absurd.
Yeah,
I like absurd. Yeah.
I mean, I guess they are kind of absurd. I think it's the way that they talk is absurd, but the actual premises are not that insane. But like they talk, like they talk like a 60-year-old man wrote teenage dialogue. Like they're like, oh my gosh, totally, yeah, let's like for sure do that. That's so rad. And I'm like, oh.
That was such a thing in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, you ever think about like some of the movies where like that's a normal movie, and one that pops into my head is like, it's like called Sleepover or whatever, and it's the girl who played Lava Girl, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like a 14-year-old, and like she has a crush on this guy from high school, and she's like a cool girl who rides a skateboard. She's very cool.
Not like other girls.
Not like the other girls, like the biggest vibe of the 2000s. I'm quirky, and not in like the neuro-spicy quirky, like the actual quirky kids were. Not the kind that would have made me have more friends. But yeah. Anyways, and it's just like he's at the end of it. He's like in love. Spoilers for this movie that came out in the 2000s. Spoilers at the end. He's like at his prom, and he's like, "Is this girl Julie quirky here?" And everyone's like, oh yeah, this is a totally normal thing for this 18-year-old senior to be in love with a middle schooler he saw on a skateboard one time. And I'm like, why was that a normal, healthy premise to us? Like, this is... And then they gave us the internet. Why would they do this?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Movies were so wild back then. Just all of them in general. Like, I'm thinking about, like, I think it's called Pixeled. It's like a DCOM where they need a lead singer for their band, so they create like the band's best friend is like a super smart dude, and so he creates like a what's it called? Like when you project something, a hologram. He creates a hologram girl that's like the best parts of all of the famous female celebrities. And she's like,
I know, that's not you.
Yeah. And the way that they talk in that movie, I'm like, who wrote this?
They're all written by men. That's all it is. Like,
I do especially remember
The Men in the
film
Walls
back in the day that I don't know who was the man that thought about this, but I don't know if you remember a movie that was played by Danny DeVito. I think it's called, or the other guy, the one that plays Bowser.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Did you just confuse Jack Black and Danny DeVito?
Yes.
Oh my god!
It was
I love Jack Black.
Me too.
It was a movie about a fat girl.
Mm.
That
Oh,
turned
yes.
skinny the moment that, I don't know if it was because he was in love or something like that.
Yeah. It was he was like cursed or something. He could only see inner beauty because he was so shallow. He was so shallow.
That was an interesting choice, to be honest.
The premise was good. I understood what they were trying to do, and I appreciated them for it. But also, like, it felt like an excuse to make fat jokes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
Yes.
You didn't have to do this. Also, why are they playing a game where they're kissing children in the hospital? I don't know if anyone remembers that part.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, choices were made by the men in the walls, is all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Beware the men in the walls.
You know what's funny? The two people that run Mattel and MGA are men.
Well, yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Because MGA, like the owner of MGA, have said many times, because of course there's a battle between MGA and Mattel, and he's always like comparing Mattel with them and everything. So, you know, it's just interesting to see these sassy men doing dolls and deciding what's in the male or female gaze, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of the artists are female, so it's like...
It feels like exploiting the artistry and the labor of women for their own gains. Absolutely, yeah.
To get, exactly.
Yep.
Really quick, you reminded me of, have you guys seen that one meme that's like, Jack Black is Dionysus?
Jack Black is what?
Do you know
Dionysus.
Do you know who Dionysus is? He's like the Greek god of like wine and partying, and he's like known for like just coming down to earth to have a good time. And everybody was saying like, oh, Jack Black like is Dionysus, and now that's like my new like headcanon. Like he is like that's who he is. We were like, if we ever get invaded by aliens, we should send him because he could probably handle the situation better than any of our world leaders.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's not a lot of men that I wouldn't be afraid of coming out of the walls. I can't with the walls. Sorry.
I still prefer the bears.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, if it's a black bear, I'll take the bear. But if it's a polar bear, I'll take Jack Black. Like, you know, I prefer my chances.
Oh my gosh, do you know the bear poem? Like, how to like get rid of like stay away from bears? Because like in California we have
poem?
because we have bears here. So it's like if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, attack. If it's white, good night. Because like
you're done.
There's nothing.
Polar bears, it's over. It's over. And it's like, if not friend, why friend shape?
Yes, they look like giant dogs. Oh my gosh, I just want to hug one.
Well, you could once.
You could do anything once.
One time. Oh my god. Okay. Speaking of dying.
What a great transition.
I know. Do you guys know the game? I think normally it would be like fuck, marry, kill. Do you know that game? Sorry if there's any children watching. I didn't swear if you're watching. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, I know it's a very blatant this time. I want to play that, but we're not going to. We're not going to fuck the dolls. It's play, collect. I don't collect that type of doll. Yet. Next up on Teeny Tinkers. No. No. Although some of them...
Refurbishing a secondhand one? Oh my gosh. Have you seen
those?
No!
Oh no! Oh no!
I've seen one! Oh my god, TLC!
Have you seen Lars and the Real Girl? Speaking of Ken, that's Ken's closest to... There's a movie, it's Ryan Gosling, it's called Lars and the Real Girl, and it's about like a traumatized guy who's in love with his real doll, and he like treats it like a real person and everyone around him. It's perfect. Watch it. I love it. It's so good. Okay. It's just funny and cringy enough. It's perfect. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna play with the doll, collect the doll, or burn the doll to the ground. And each of us have prepared 3 lists of 3 dolls each to ask the class.
Okay.
So, I guess I can start.
Yes.
Because I have introduced the concept. So my first list is Bratz, Rainbow High, and Monster High.
Ooh.
Okay.
Geez, that one is so hard.
Difficult.
Yeah, I know. I came to play. And collect and burn.
Oh my gosh, okay. I guess if I have to... Oh, so sad. So terrible to say. Collect Monster High.
Mm-hmm.
Play with Rainbow High. Burn Bratz. Makes me so sad. But out of the 3...
Bratz! Pablo is thinking so hard.
I was thinking the exact same because I think even though I appreciate Bratz, they're like not my style at all. And I would I would collect Monster High because I think they're different enough. Each doll is different enough from each other to be a collectible, and play with the Rainbow High. Because, and this is something I was going to say before, I wish Rainbow High had some sort of line where they change colors and all colors would be mixed instead of each doll being a different color. Because for me, that is not interesting at all. So, at the end, I think it would be the best option for me.
Yeah. I also, on a small interjection on that is, I think Rainbow High, or one of these higher quality accessories and doll makers, needs to make something playable that isn't just a crappy dollhouse or a crappy car. I need somebody they almost did it with the little wardrobe, and I'm I need you to make a full dressing room, and the doll needs to have color changing makeup, and you need to be able to do a whole get it ready for a photo shoot at this thing. I need playability. Also, if that happens in the next 2 years, I'm suing. That's my idea.
It's on record here.
They're gonna hire me. No.
See, I like the monochromatic dolls because I get very easily visually overstimulated, where I'm oh my gosh, too much is happening. It hurts my brain. So I like the monochromatic looks because I can just pull one out and I'm there. I struggle so hard with color. I feel most of my dolls are so max 3 colors. You gotta get more variety.
I also like the I like that they're monochromatic because they're the only ones really doing that and doing it well. I feel it's hard to make a monochromatic look look really good, and to do it over and over and over is pretty impressive. So I get what you're saying, Pablo, but okay. I do like the monochromatic too. So
even this one I made, she's a character, so obviously she's gonna look a certain way, but she they're all the same. It's the same shade of red throughout this whole they're all the same. So here, I need to get better at color.
Does anybody else have a list they'd like to?
Oh, okay. So American Girl, My Life As, or Our Generation, and I tried to pick ones that are all those 18-inch dolls. So it's choosing between those ones.
Well, I'm gonna burn the American Girl doll.
Same here, same.
And then they can come back and make a Salem witch trial doll, and we'll be okay.
Oh
So,
my
like,
God.
You know what I would
They
do?
should
I
do
would
that.
burn it, but first I would take the wig off and save it for me. You know?
yeah, snatch its wig.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay. I think then I would play with. I think I'd play with our generation because I like a lot of the. If I'm not mixing them up, this is the thing. They might all be the same thing to me in my brain.
Our generation is Target, and then My Life As is Walmart.
Okay, no, okay. So I'm going to play with the Walmart one because if I'm not going to keep it, the Target stuff is nicer. So I'm going to collect that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't picture the dolls' faces, but I'm sure I'll just use a Sharpie and fix it. I don't know.
For me, the Target ones, the our generation, like if we're talking like dolls, not accessories, burn it. They're even worse to me than.
Oh my god! Now I have to look at them.
Yeah, they're even worse to me than American Girl. Like their faces are literally like their heads are cubes. It's like
No!
Yeah, it's like flat.
What
on
have
the
I done?
But and then I'd probably say play with American Girl and collect Walmart. Even though they're the cheapest ones, they are like what I was talking about with like the Alexander dolls, they're like a subset of Alexander. So like they have the faces that I love. So I like the faces. Accessories are not good, but I mean like not well made. They're cute, but they're not well made. But that would be the one that I'd want to collect. Dolls. If we're talking accessories, that's a whole different thing. Yeah.
All right.
What about you, Pablo?
So I don't have a Walmart or the other shop here.
Oh no.
So I don't know what those are. Those I just know I would burn the American doll.
Let's burn them all. Nuclear option. Oh no. All right, you got a list for us, Pablo?
It's my turn, and I think you're going to love this one. So, as said, Monster High Gen 1, Monster High Gen 2, and Monster High Gen 3.
Oh, I don't know any of those.
I mean, I think
I'm
the
gonna let
burn.
Nelly answer.
I was like, I think the burn is pretty easy. That'd be Gen 2. I know that it's been like making a resurgence because some people are like, it actually wasn't as bad as we remember, but I feel like it was just as bad as I remember. Looking back at pictures of it, no way. So burn Gen 2. So hard. I guess just because of like value, collect Gen 1, play with Gen 3.
I see.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't? Oh my gosh, Pablo, what is
No, I don't like Gen 1, so I would burn it.
it? You burn Gen 1? Oh, that is controversial.
And I will play with Gen 2 because I like them, and I think since they don't come with much, they would be good to play.
Okay, yeah.
I got you there.
I could.
And I would collect Gen 3 because I think it would be such an interesting choice to collect with. There's so much diversity compared to Gen 1. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a hot take. Some people are going to be coming for you for that one.
I know. I'm going to fight with them in the comments.
My gosh, rage bait.
All right.
That's what that was.
I'm gonna take it slightly less controversial.
Okay.
Secret Crush, which none of you know what that is, so that's gonna be obvious to you guys. Na Na Na.
Oh.
I see.
And Lala Loopsy.
Oh my gosh. That's a hard. Oh my gosh. Burn all of them. I don't like.
To be honest, I was going to
I feel like Lala Loopsy is if Tim Burton made a doll line. I just like, I don't collect them, but I like them.
I saw and was terrified by Coraline as a child. Like, I'm talking like nightmares
why I
for
like them.
weeks. No way. No.
Wait, how young are you that you saw Coraline as a child?
I 25.
Why? No.
We're all
No.
Rosie.
Oh my gosh.
We're worms.
But no, it came out when I was like a little kid, and we were like, oh cool, like a funny spooky kids movie, let's watch it. And so we watched it in 3D at midnight, me and my cousins in our living room. And then my dad came up behind us because like the couch was like in the middle of the room so you could walk behind it. He came up behind like trying to tell us to be quiet, and he was like, hey, it was the most terrifying moment of my life. Oh my gosh, it was so scary.
So, we have movie nights with our kids,
Oh, it's
and
so
like,
fun.
where we're like, we sit on the, like, we have a couch that, whatever, we're all on this couch, like, cuddled up, you can sleep on, it's big. And we're watching movies, and sometimes, like, my partner and I fall asleep before one of the kids, that happens sometimes, because they're kids' movies, and they can't all be Barbie having a dance-off, so, like, anyways, so we were watching Coraline, because I was like, it's a kid's movie, and we fell asleep, and my youngest was like 2, and she was out, so it was okay.
Okay, I was like,
And then
no.
it was okay for her. My oldest was like, maybe there were 3 and 5. But I woke up to the part where the other father is like, he's like in the garden running around. It's like, it's so scary for no reason. And my 5-year-old is just sitting there like,
Traumatized.
can we turn this off now? I was like, oh my god, what is this?
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Afterwards, we had to
So
put on
I
Sound
get
of
it.
Music. That was like a palate cleanser. Afterwards, we had to watch Sound of Music because I was like,
Yeah,
"You can't go to
yeah.
sleep like this. We need Julie Andrews."
What? That's so funny because we always did that too. It's like, well, it's time for Arthur, I guess. Damn.
Oh my
Didn't know we
God.
were gonna go so hard.
But yeah, I guess seriously, I would burn Lala Loopsy.
Fair. I get it.
Play with I don't know. I don't like Na 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 either, but I would rather play with
Right.
Na Na Na, and then based on what you described, I think collect the date one.
Okay. If you never touch them, they'd probably be really cute and aesthetically pleasing to have like a bunch of them, but yeah, don't try and play with it.
What about you, Pablo?
I was going to say the same because first of all, I don't know what the first one is. Second of all, I'm scared about the Lala Loopsy. Like you said, it resembles so much to the Coraline movie, and I don't know, just dolls with bottom eyes just creep me out. And even though I'm not a big fan of the Nanana, I think the concept is great, and I think it's such a good doll to play with since she doesn't have much possibility, and you can like. So just like a really nice doll to be playing around the house. That makes sense.
I will say
ergonomic
they
to
are.
the hand.
Yeah. Well, they're not completely soft inside because I have had a child chuck one of those at me.
They're hard.
There is plastic inside of that doll. It hurt. Like I was like, oh, whatever. Like it's a soft doll. No, it hurts.
The cotton is so it's like when people get like triple stuffed at like Build-A-Bear, and it's like it's a Build-A-Brick at that point.
Build-A-Brick.
Like it's like this is not.
It's so funny. Okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be a really great one. I'm really excited to hear you guys' thoughts on that one. But so Bluebird Polly Pockets, like that original, like the little Bluebird is before Mattel got it when it was like the little compacts. Yeah, I have quite a few that I've collected. And then Mattel Polly Pocket, so when she's like this big, like the 2-inch Pollys. And then, do you guys know what Lil Brats are? Like L-I-L, Lil Brats.
Like the LOL surprise-sized ones, right?
Yeah, they're like this big, but they have like full fabric clothing and hair and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those three. No, Bluebird Polly Pocket, Mattel Polly Pocket, or Lil Brats.
Okay, so I'm going to collect the Bluebird Polly Pockets because those are the Polly Pockets of my childhood because not all of us are 25.
They were around when I was a kid.
They were still around is the sentence, though. They were not hot and new like they were for me. But yeah, I'm gonna collect those because also like how aesthetic to have like a wall lined with those. Oh, the pastels. I'm going to play with the Mattel ones because the clothes are so chewy and delicious. Although, I just remembered that my cousin had the Mattel, like, it was like a carnival Polly Pocket, but it was big.
Oh my gosh, I had one of those.
And I called it the Fetus Fair. I just remembered that. Sorry, intrusive thought I had to share. Anyways, I would play with that because like the play value on that is on them were really good, and the clothes were chewy. And yeah, I'm going to burn the little brats. I have nothing extremely against them, but they just aren't up to par. They just did not make the cut for me. Pablo.
I was going to say, I really remember those little brats, and those were ugly. Really, really ugly. The faces were like monster. Like
they have no necks.
I'm definitely burning them. They were ugly, super, super ugly. I'm collecting the Bluebird Polly Pocket for the same reason as you. I think they would look really great, and it would be something I collect and I didn't have to touch anymore. And I remember having some of the Mattel Polly Pockets, and I really like how they looked, and I really like the hair and of course the clothing. So I'm copying Rosie, okay?
That's okay. Oh my gosh, a YouTube video where we figure out how to make rubber clothes for us. All the sweat, never mind. I thought about this. I want to put it on and be like, no.
Oh my
Stop. That's why Polly's arms are like this, because she can't put them down.
Oh my gosh. I just thought about that too, because the thickness of the rubber. That's why her arms stick out.
Yeah.
Oh, if we make it for ourselves, we have to make it to scale. So the rubber has to be like this thick.
We just like make it out of tires. Oh my god.
But yeah, I think mine is the exact same. I loved Little Brats, but because they have no necks, I was like, because I was thinking about them the other day, and I was like, I used to love these dolls. Let me see if there's any on eBay. Like, they were so cute when I was a kid, and I saw them, and I was like, I thought those were cute. What was wrong with me? Oh my gosh. Like, ugh, my little kid brain. But no.
We were all diseased by the movies of the 2000s.
Yes. But no, I went to like the doctors a lot as a kid. Like I was there like every week, and every time I went, my dad would be like,
I didn't mean that kind of diseased.
You're good. Unrelated.
I'm sorry, I'm just goofy. I'm sorry.
But every time we went, my dad would when my dad took me, and he would I would like pretend to be all sad and everything, even though like I wasn't. I was so used, like they were my friends. I used to draw pictures of the doctors there because like I love them so much. But I would be like, oh, I had a shot and I'm so sad, and he's like, oh, what would make you feel better? I'm like, a Polly Pocket would make.
Yes!
So we would go to Toys R Us, and it was like $5 back then to get little compacts. So yeah. I got the Bluebird. Well, I guess at the time it was Mattel, but it was like the Bluebird style Polly Pockets. And so I still have a collection of them. I only have like 3 now, but I was like, oh, I have so much nostalgia for those ones. So cute.
Yeah. It's funny. When I think of like, what I wasn't like this would make me feel better when I wanted a toy. I was this one. I would be like, in a store, I'd be like, oh, that's really nice.
Oh my gosh.
But we all knew what we were doing.
But I wish I could have something like that.
You know what my kid does though? My oldest, she just goes, for me. That's how she asks me. Like, and I go, yes.
That's so cute.
For you. But yeah.
It's like when
she's 11. And
I love that. It's like when a kid walks up to you and they want like what you're eating, they're like, that looks really good. I've never had that before. That looks like it would taste really good.
Oh my god, yes, little kids.
They won't
Only
just say, can I have a bite?
Or worse, what's more annoying to me is when they go, I'm really hungry. Okay.
What did you
like,
want
do
me
you
to
have
do
a question?
about it?
I go, hi, hungry, I'm mom.
Oh my gosh. The dad jokes.
Yeah.
My response, even though it's like kind of snarky, I'm usually like, did you have a question or did you just want to make a statement? Like you told me you're hungry. Did you want me to get you food? Like you didn't ask for anything. So.
I love that. Oh man. Okay, Pablo, you got another list for us?
Yes. So 18s, 19s, Barbie, My Scene, or Bratz.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, old Barbie, My Scene, or Bratz. That's me repeating for myself. I'm not like.
Okay. Oh, it's hard.
It's hard, right?
That one's really hard. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna collect the 80s, 90s Barbies because I feel like that's the best collectible.
Mhm.
I'm going to play with the Bratz dolls. And I'm going to burn the My Scene dolls.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I never liked them. They were not my scene.
I see.
That's funny.
They might have been your scene.
Okay. I think I'm like the exact opposite. I think I would collect the Bratz dolls because I do like how they look and their clothes, but like I said, I don't like their bodies. So like with the clothes on, it looks good and I think they look really nice all lined up. I would play with the My Scene dolls because to me it's like better proportioned Bratz dolls. And then I would burn the 80s, 90s Barbie. I don't like the the shape of the waist and the arms that are like this. When I was a kid, oh my gosh, I hated playing with those ones. Ugh. And the clothes, like the big poofy sleeves, can't handle those.
I'm gonna collect them as a financial investment.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
What about you, Pablo?
I thought about being hard for you guys, but I didn't thought about myself. Wow, it's really hard. I think I would collect the 80s and 90s Barbie. Because I don't know, I think it would be such a great collectible, and I think as Rosie said, or you, I don't know, it would like they go for really up in price when it comes to the secondhand market.
Yeah.
I think I would play with the My Scene too. But it could be Bratz too. I've actually played with Bratz when I was a kid with my sister. But you know, I think when it comes to what you can do, I think you can do more with the My Scene. And I would burn the Bratz. Because proportion-wise, it's not like... And again, we talk in the whole podcast about Mattel being worse than MGA, but we're burning Bratz. So, you know... Yeah. But you know, I still think I would play more with the My Scene than the Bratz.
So for me, the Bratz dolls have such sassy faces where I can like give them very sassy timelines, like very sassy.
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, all right. My last list is Welly Wishers, Ruby Red Fashion Friends, and Glitter Girls.
Okay. I don't know what Ruby Red Fashion Friends are.
Oh, they're 14-inch dolls. They're almost... It's like if a BJD and a Glitter Girl or a Welly Wisher had a baby.
Oh. Okay.
But they're children. Again, the cops, the popos outside.
Oh,
God.
I think I would play with Glitter Girls. Just because I have bought some clothes from them for like BJDs. So, like, I know that I like them. I don't know. Because I don't know much about Ruby Red, and I don't like Welly Wishers. So
I'll spoiler it. Ruby Red Fashion Friends clothes are absolutely better.
Okay.
Like, they're beautiful.
Okay, then definitely collect those. and then burn the Welly
Mhm.
Wishers. I just don't like their faces, like the Welly Wisher faces.
Me
And,
too.
yeah, and their clothes all look like baby clothes. Like, especially
Yeah.
with the proportions of them, they look more mature than the American Girl dolls. So you'd expect them to have, like, maybe, like, kid clothes, but instead they have, like, baby clothes. So I'm just not into it.
I don't understand the American Girl dolls. Are they toddlers? Are they living their, like, own lives? I don't understand what age there's a car. Are they 16? I don't...
Yeah, they're
I don't know
supposed
what
to
the
be
hell's going on.
like 10, like around 10 years old. They look like they're like 4. Like,
Yeah.
they don't look like they're right age.
Or like a 2-year-old in a wig.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh my gosh. Anyways. All right, how about you, Pablo?
so the thing is, I don't know what the other 2 brands are, because
Okay.
and I think was funny because at least here in Spain, there's a lot of brands that you girls mentioned that I have never heard of. But based on what we talk, I think I would play with our generation. And I will...
Wow, that was not even on the list.
Okay.
You're just making things up.
Okay. I will burn everything then.
Burn it all! So I never have to hear about it again.
I'm sorry, I just have not seen any of those brands before.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think Glitter Girls is like a
Yeah,
Walmart brand. I think.
Are they?
I think so.
We don't have them. We don't have them in our wallets. I can only get them on Amazon or like Mastermind Toys, like where they sell like the wooden toys. That's where I can get them.
I mean, maybe I have it wrong because I remember like trying to look them up, and I remember like only finding them on either Target or Walmart, one of the 2.
Interesting.
But it could just be that like they were like, because on like their website they like have other vendors, you know, so it could be like it was through like a third party, because I've never seen them in the store either. But that was the only place I could find them.
Interesting. Good to know. All right, well, I guess for me, I'm going to collect the Ruby Red Fashion Friends. I'm going to play with the Glitter Girls, and the Welly Wishers can be in a big fire with the Bratz dolls.
Okay.
Everything else
And
that's
the
going
little
in there.
brats too.
The little brats.
I'll get you and your little brats too.
I wanted to get little brats because I thought their clothes would work great for micro BJDs, because they have good quality clothes. So I went to go get some, and they're all falling apart. Like, getting them secondhand, their clothes are just falling apart because they're so thin.
Emotionally.
Yeah. Because they're so, like, thin, and, like, they did not really hem the edges because it would create too much bulk. So it's all, like, dissolving, basically. Okay, so this one that I chose, I tried to choose, like, the ones that I thought would be, like, the worst ones for us to choose between, but it sounds like, Pablo, you like Monster High version 2. But so it's Barbie Extra, Monster High version 2, or Bratz from 2015. I don't know if you guys have seen Bratz from 2015. Disgusting. They're gross. They're not, we don't talk about that. Even like in the new Bratz media on their Instagram, they make fun of them, and they're like, what 2015 Bratz? What? Like,
it's like laughing at your ugly, like your transition phase between like being a kid and being a teenager, where it's like your awkward phase or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yeah, they're really like.
Are those the ones that have like really long legs and stuff?
Yeah, with the yeah.
Why are they like
Rosie's
this?
face is so funny. Yeah, they're like stereotypical like 20 teens. Like their clothes are all patterns, none of them match. Their faces are like really weird. They have articulated arms.
Why are they Voldemort? Where did their noses go?
Yeah, they have the long legs, Pablo.
Wow. Wow.
They're so bad.
Wow.
They
Okay,
tried to make them more
to...
kid-friendly. Like, they were trying to appease to the angry parents. Yeah.
Wow. Well, they're angrier now, so I don't know.
And that's also what Monster High version 2 did, where they changed it to make everything a little bit more sweeter and less edgy to appease angry parents.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Like, never have I ever, like, gotten mad at the toy company. Like, I just don't buy it. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which ones that you're talking about. I like those.
Oh, you do?
You guys have been so mean. For no reason.
There's a lot of reasons.
There's so many reasons.
Okay.
I know's one reason I don't like them. Just can't quite sniff it out. All right. Okay, so I'm going to burn the Bratz from 2015 because I had a visceral reaction when I looked that up. I'm going to play with the Monster High B2s. It's not great, but it's still better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll collect the Barbie extras because in 50 years, when Mattel turns everything around, they will be a relic of a mistake from the past. And they can sit next to my 80s and 90s Barbies.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Pablo, what about you?
Maybe
You like some
maybe
of
my
them.
house will catch fire.
This is a hard one because, as you said, they're all in a similar level. But I will probably burn the Barbie extras because they're pixelated. I would play with the Monster High Gen 2, and I would collect the Bratz because I like those. I thought they were cute. They were not, maybe they were made more for kids, but they're still cute, and I think they followed an era that was at that time, and a lot of people collected those. So you know, you just like to hate.
I feel like you're picturing not the one I'm picturing. I saw.
They're definitely a product of their time. Like, the fashions were very, like, justice for kids. Did you guys know that store?
Yeah.
That's what their fashions make me think about. But also, like, I saw the animated, like, web series, and that's what makes me hate them. Because you think the dolls are bad. Okay, you guys know, I forget that one, Adult Swim show, but it's like a chicken, and like they have like paper over their mouths to animate their mouths moving.
Robot Chicken?
Yeah, Robot Chicken. That's the same animation that this 2015 Bratz webtoon has. It's the Bratz with like paper mouths over their mouths with like stop motion, but not like cool looking stop motion. It just looks like it looks like, yeah, it was creepy. It's creepy. It like gives me like the ha 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 so random like mustache vibes, you know? Do you guys like ever draw mustaches on your fingers for them?
Why are you making fun of my culture?
But like I went through that phase when I was like 10, and I remember
when it was vintage. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it was popular when I was a kid, and like we would have those glasses that had those chains with like a mustache hanging down from them. It was like my worst phase, and I like deleted all the photos of me from that phase.
So I'm just slightly older, but our phase with the glasses was those the Shudder shades. Do you remember Shudder shades? What was the point of that? Like, what? Do you know what Shudder shades are, Pablo?
No.
It's Shudder shades. They were glasses, like sunglasses, where I love how I pull out and do a diagram every time. Okay. So it's like glasses, right? And instead of having lenses, there were just like slats in the plastic.
Oh yeah, I know.
Those were roller skating glasses.
Oh.
Like I used to go to the roller skating rink every week, and like a whole bunch of people where I lived, that was like a big thing. Those were glasses that you could get for $1 at the roller skating rink. So those are our roller skating glasses. They got banned on the floor because so many would break. So
I was gonna say, like, that seems like a hazard.
Yeah.
Nobody see everyone on roller skates. Let's go. All right, Pablo, you got one more for us?
Yes.
Go up.
My last one is and I hope you all remember about this doll line. The Barbie extras, the ones with the ever after high heads, her Dollables,
Oh, yeah.
or lol, oh my god.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I mean, I guess I would collect the Ever After High dolls. Like, one for, like, monetary value, but also just because, like, out of all of them, they're the only ones that I, like, actually have any sort of positive feelings towards.
Yeah, but they're not the Ever After High. It's the Barbie extras ones.
Oh, the
with
Barbie
the-
extra.
with the heads of the Ever After High.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about, like, the Barbie extra minis? Like, the...
Yes.
Okay. See, that is hard because my favorite hybrid to do is an LOL OMG body with a Barbie extra mini head. Because
So you can burn half of them.
Yeah, burn half of both. Because the bodies
Yeah.
of those dolls are so so ugly looking, like, and the heads don't look good. They are not proportional. But if you put that head on the LOL body, now the head is the right size for the body, and they match aesthetically, even though they're totally different brands. It's like, they belong together. Just throw away the other parts.
Sorry, my cat is screaming at the door. It's like, for like 10 minutes. I'm like, can you shut up? Sorry. He's so annoying. Hi. Yeah. I remember when the SPCA was like, are you sure you don't mind a loud cat? And we were like, no, it's fine. It's fun. It's so fun.
Oh.
He is cute, though.
So cute.
My cat's been asleep.
He doesn't want to be... Oh my god, he's so needy. Okay. Pablo, I'm just gonna burn them all. Like, I can't. Like, those are all really bad. Those are all really, really bad.
What was the third one again? Because I only remember
the lol, oh my god.
Okay, what was the other one? Because I remember that one, and I remember the Barbie Extra Mini.
Hair Adorables.
Hair Adorables. Those are kind of
I'll play with those, because at least I can do the hair and stuff.
Oof.
Pablo's like, well, barely.
The hair is nylon, and it's this hard and thick nylon.
All right, well, troll ponytails for everybody.
I think I would burn the Hair Adorables, because there's like nothing really that...
The smell.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so toxic. I would put on my mask and then burn the Hair Adorables. And then I would probably play with the LOL OMG, just because their clothes are nice and their bodies are nice. Okay. It's just their faces that are gross. And then collect the Barbie Extra Mini, because their clothes are perfect for the teeny tiny dolls, like the little micro dolls. Okay. So I like their clothes. That's it. That's the only thing I like about them.
To everybody watching or listening still at this point, if we're not condoning the burning of dolls, there's enough happening to push climate change forward. Taylor Swift in her jet and everything else that's going on, we cannot afford to be burning dolls. So
donate them. Somebody will want them.
Or make a brick out of them. Like, pack them into, like, a Build-A-Bear.
Oh my goodness.
That's what's inside Na 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 Surprises. It's all these dolls we don't want. They just live inside the Na Na Na.
Oh gosh. Wait, that's such a genius idea, actually. Because the LOL dolls are articulated.
You can pose them.
Yeah, just sew a doll around them. Use their bodies for the inside.
Okay, but imagine, like, you, like, pick up a doll one day and you're like, oh, what is happening? You're like, let me just open it. And or like when a Stuffy's, like, head falls off or something, and you're like,
you see those big, giant eyes of, like, that.
Stop!
Oh,
no. All right, well. Thanks so much for coming on, Nellie. This was really fun.
It was fun.
I have left here learning so much more about PLAYLINE dolls, and with a deep desire to watch all of the old Barbie movies.
You should.
I will.
You can watch them for free on a website that is not shouldn't condone it because it's not.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
It's a place to watch movies that are
there are magical places.
Pirate related, if you get what
Pirates of the Caribbean? Hook? Imagine you go to that place and it's only pirates.
But yeah, they're all free online, so we don't pay for them.
Oh my god. Okay, well. I'm crying.
Don't cry.
I have so much trauma around pirates. Okay, oh my god. Alright, well, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. I guess this is the part where you guys get to try my tagline.
If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing.
Oh my gosh, I literally practiced it.
Oh my!
I know,
but I don't remember.
I relate to you so much because it happens to me always.
Every time. This is episode 7, and Pablo still doesn't know, so don't.
It's like I haven't seen your
here...
channel in years and years, right?
I know, right?
Yeah, if you're new here, yeah.
If you're new here, thanks for watching. Is that right? Right? No? No? Okay.
It's close.
Okay. Shoot, I'm trying to remember. If you like this content, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You do.
As always, we hope you have a fantastic day.